Hello, One Sparkers. My name is Devin Stewart, and I am co-chair of the Norman Studios Silent Film Museum. Everyone loves movies, and everyone loves it when a movie comes to town. Well, 100 years ago in Jacksonville, there was a movie being produced here on our streets every single day. From 1908 through the 1920s, Jacksonville was a major film production hub. We were the predecessor to Hollywood, and Norman Studios wants to help bring that back in a big way. Today, just over the Matthews Bridge over in Arlington, stands the Norman Studios. It's a 5-building studio complex that is Jacksonville's last surviving silent film studio complex. But you know what? They weren't just making films over there. They were making history as one of America's first film studios that produced films starring all black casts. One of those films that survives today is called The Flying Ace. It's an aviation film, and it was inspired by Bessie Coleman, who is America's first black female pilot. Well, when that movie hit theaters, those young African-American boys that were seeing that film, that was the first time that they saw someone who looked like them flying an airplane. And so inspired were some of those little boys that they grew up to be the Tuskegee Airmen. Another thing that that those young boys saw for the first time was the first African-American cowboy film star, and we have with us here today. His name was Bill Pickett, and he was, again, the first black cowboy film star. He was in 2 Norman films, The Bulldogger and Black Gold. And we have with us today his great niece, Akilah Pickett. Say hello, Akilah. People, Jacksonville inspired that. Jacksonville, was a contributing factor to that amazing, amazing history. What we want to do with Norman Studios is to help raise up the next generation of filmmakers so they can help inspire the next generation of America's heroes. Norman Studios has 3 top goals. One of them is to develop a tourism center that will draw people from across the country and even internationally here to Jacksonville, to the Arlington neighborhood, to tour the Norman property and to learn about Jacksonville's amazing film history. We get calls and emails every single week from people from all over the country, from London, from outside the country, asking when is the Norman Studios going to be open? When can we come and see the museum? Our second goal is to support local independent filmmakers and film students. We want to give them a place to shoot, a place to edit, a place to network with the film professionals that will help them to further their career. And we also, the third goal is to lend our voice to lobbying efforts to help bring more films back to Jacksonville. When HBO came here and shot Recount in 2007, that was $3.3 million that were pumped into our community. It was spent at our hotels, spent at our restaurants, and it was paid to our production professionals. Right now, we're losing films to other states that are giving filmmakers a better deal than Florida is. Let's honor Jacksonville's silent film history by telling our state legislators that it's time to bring Hollywood home. Let's bring it home. Let's bring back location filmmaking to Jacksonville where it began. We've got the locations, we've got the talent, and we've got city officials who understand the benefit and will go do what they need to do to help make it easier for producers to produce here. You guys can all play a starring role in helping us to accomplish these goals. You can go to our website, normanstudios.org, and join our membership program. You can volunteer to help us with our events and our programs. You can serve on our boards and committees. And today, you can vote 20600 and contribute. So to everyone that has already visited and voted for us, to One Spark and to the One Spark jurors, thank you so very much.
All right. Our art jurors, do you have any questions for our third creator in this category?
Hi. The full scope of your project is actually really ambitious. Do you feel that as an organization you're prepared enough to do all those next steps to get you to where you want to be?
Well, we're taking steps, to work towards that. We're a small group right now, but we're getting a lot of interest. We're getting more people that want to join our boards and help us, and we're going through those applications to look for who is the best fit on our board. But we also are gaining some national attention. We just, late last year, released the first full biography on Richard Norman. That's called Richard E. Norman and Race Filmmaking. That's got critical reviews from all over the country. In September, Norman Studios will be featured on an episode of Antiques Roadshow on PBS. And just a couple of weeks ago, Reuben Cannon is an accomplished black film producer, came and visited the studio, and he's going to be consulting with us on really tweaking our business plan and getting out there to raise money. So yes, I do think we do. We're again, right now we do need to grow our board, but we've got it in motion.
Do you have any staff members, or is it just all board?
Right now, we're all volunteer staff. That is one of the fundraising goals, or just all volunteers, but that is one of the fundraising goals, is to raise a pot of money that we can use on a selected staff.
The question was, where are you on your National Register of Historic Places listing?
We're not registered yet, but we have. That was a couple of years ago. A group came out and recommended that that we go for that. That we met all of the requirements, and so we do have an application right now that we are finishing up to work on, and we will be presenting that soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you very much.